Hello, this is my third video, and before starting this video, I just wanted to thank every person who's commenting or has commented on my latest videos. I really appreciate it because, just seeing people resonating with me is something I really appreciate and something I really am thankful for. Um, However, today I want to talk about kind of my school year, okay, because today was actually my last school day of this year. I'm not done. Have 1 year left, and then I'm completely finished with school, and then I can decide if I go to university or do something else. It's really like my decision on what I want to do in my future, like academically wise. Um, so yeah, I'm basically going into like 12th grade. I don't really know how it is in other countries. I live in Germany, so we do our Abitur, and the Abitur is like 11th and 12th grade. And when you're finished with 12th, and like every half year semester, I think that's also the English word. In German, it is semester. Every like semester, every half year counts just as much as like the second or the third half year. And then at the end, it's just all the grades getting combined, and then you also have the final exams at the end of 12th grade. And then yeah, you're basically just finished with school, and then you can go to college, university, whatever. But because it was my last day of 11th grade, I kind of wanted to talk about my whole school year, because this channel is not only about um like philosophical things. I'm sorry for my pronunciation today. Um, it's not just philosophical things that I want to talk about on this channel. It's like, as I said, it's a journal, of my life. I just want to like give you guys some insight on what is going on in my life, and just to to just maybe understand things that are happening to me a little bit more, and also from a different perspective. And yeah, I I might also go into like, oh no, I'm not only might. This video is mainly going to be about my school year, but also about like loneliness, kind of, you know. So let's just start at the beginning of this school year that I had. I was pretty much alone, you know. I have had and still have a lot of friends, you know. I know a lot of people. Like, I know like almost the whole school. I think that is I think a lot of people can maybe resonate or see resemblance with them. Um, I know a lot of people, but I don't really have like very close friends. You know, that's how it used to be. Okay, it changed, but I'm talking about how it was at the beginning of the school year. And I'm being honest, I felt very lonely. You know, like I felt as if I did not have anybody to speak to, or people that are having the same interest as me. Like, I don't know. It kind of. I always felt like that. In preschool, I had like a best friend, but like since then, since middle school, I never had like a best friend. There was one guy I'm still very close to. I would say that like in middle school, he was like my closest friend, my best friend, but like at the beginning of this year, he wasn't. And the school year. But as I just said, I had a lot of friends, but not close friends. And I have thought about why that is. Like, what is it that had made me not have like close friends? Because I feel like I have so much of value as a person, and so much I can talk about with people. And I never understood why people were not like really close to me. But I think it was because I never approached people, and I think that that's one of those things that a lot of people need to realize is that when you're not openly trying to approach people, you know, and trying to have some interactions, you will never have friends, You will never have people that like are really close to you and even love you as a friend. That won't happen if you're not working towards it. I think that like trying actively to find friends is most of the time a good thing. It can be a bad thing because if you're trying and it's not working, I think that that could mentally like really challenge you. However, I think that just trying to be a like more interactive person and more outgoing person is going to help you so much with getting more friends if you're having any issues with that, you know? And as I just said, at the beginning of this year, school year, I had not many friends, but slowly over time, I got more and more and closer to my like school friends, I learned a lot more about them. I went to their house. We were grilling. We were partying. We were we were just doing a bunch of like friend shit, like just stuff that you do with your friends. And the only reason that happened was because I'm not lying. I just started to talk more. You know, I just like I had always had so many thoughts in my head, but I never shared them with anybody. And then I was like, yeah, why not just talk? You know, really similar to how this YouTube channel started of me. I just wanted to talk and say the things I want to say, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And the same thing was back then when I was getting like more like talkative and was talking just a lot more with the people around me, you know? The thing is also we had like a Berlin trip. Berlin is the capital city of Germany, and it's like the last trip you do as a school together in Germany. You go to Berlin, and that's what we did. And I think that that trip made me a lot closer to like the friends that I had, and I just got a lot more closer to them. Started sharing like secrets or like just personal stuff, and I, I I've got a lot closer with people. I never thought that I would get as close as I am today with them. So you never really know how people are if you're not talking to them. If you're not hearing them, and if they're not hearing you, you don't really know how good of a friend those people might be. And I noticed that, and that is crazy how like if you're being an extrovert, I don't really believe in like introvert, extrovert, like in those terms. I don't like putting yourself into a category. I just think that's stupid. Like sometimes you can be quiet and sometimes you can just be more outgoing. But I think that if we were using the term extrovert, I think that it's just sometimes trying to be an extrovert is really going to help you socially and also mentally because having social interactions is helping your mental. It's very important. It's if not socially the most important to have friends and people that are close to you. And yeah, I've gotten a lot and closer with friends this year. Like that's the like main thing I wanted to say about the school year. I had not many friends. I was never like, don't get me wrong, I never thought about doing any harm to myself or like, I never, like, I felt lonely But like it's also, I'm a person, I also like to be sometimes alone, but being around friends is still like that feeling is very nice. Like it sounds weird, but like it's, I get such a warm feeling in my heart when talking to my friends. I really love them, especially one guy. Like I got very close to him this school year because we have a lot of like subjects together, and not just because of that, because like we were already in a close friend group like the years before, but like then our other friends in our friend group like all went to other schools, like from 10th to 11th grade they all changed the schools, their school, and they just went to different places. We're still very close to them, our friend group, but I mean we're going to a like trip in 3 days I believe to Barcelona in Spain. But besides that, because they went away to different schools, it was just me and him of out of that like it's like a like 5 person constellation of group, and yeah, three of them went away. It's just me and my one guy, and just because it was only us two, we got so much closer. And just so you know, I have a TikTok channel. I'm not. There's not an advertisement. It's in German, so it doesn't even matter for those people that are watching this. I have like two TikTok channels, both in German, obviously. And the one is like the one it has like above like 2,000 followers, which doesn't sound a lot. However, like the whole school and like basically my whole city. I don't live in a big city. I live in a smaller city next to very big cities, but they're like a bit further away, like 20-minute drive. And that channel, that TikTok channel, basically the whole city that I live in follows that, and it's like a food review thing. And I also started doing that channel also in the school year with some other friends, and that also made me a lot closer with those friends. You know, like I have multiple friend groups, and I got so much close. Like I would say I have 3 friend groups, like close friend groups, and I've gotten so much closer to them this school year. It's insane. Before I did really not do much at all. Like 10th grade was in my opinion my most fun year that I ever had in school because of all the things that happened in school. But when school ended, I did not do anything with those people, you know, that I'm so close with now. I did not do anything with them back then, but now I'm doing so much stuff with them. Like, I mean, I go out almost every day with them. Not almost every day. I talk to my friends every day. There were days where I would really just say 2 to 3 sentences a day. I'm not trolling, you know? Especially like on Sundays and Saturdays. I would just say nothing all day and just go to the gym, get back, talk to my parents. That's it. I was talking a little fast right now. I noticed. I was rambling a bit, but it's just I'm very passionate about my friends because I do really like them and I love them. And I think that for the people watching this, appreciate your friends. It's really like, especially if you've never been in the position of having no friends or no close friends, if you've never been there, trust me, you don't want to be there. It's not a nice feeling. And the feeling of having close friends is so superior. It's incredible. Yeah. My grades are pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with them. They can go up, you know, next year, but it's not bad. It's really good. For me, it's really good, you know? I don't know how to say it in English. It's like a B, I think. Like the grading system is like 1 to 6, or like it's like 0 to 15 points, and 15 points is like impossible, but it's the best. And I'm at like 8.4. You know, 8.4 is better than the middle, and like is it's good. Anything below 7 is like that's not good. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, it sounds weird to say stop being lonely because it sounds easy and obviously it's not. I mean, I've experienced that, but I do think that you're always fault. Like it's not just your fault maybe, you know? Maybe the people around you are just like maybe really boring or maybe also weird, but in the end of the day, I think there's it sounds very like uplifting and motivational, but I do really think that there is somebody or for everybody and not in a like relationship way, like, you know, I'm more so talking about like a friend way. I think that you can always have friends as a person. Like you really just gotta talk. Like you will always find people that you can see resemblance with, people that you share similar interests to. Like you will always find that. I think it's hard to not find it. Maybe I'm too optimistic, you know, but I mean it worked for me. And like it sounds I don't want to say I was a nobody and now I'm somebody, but like at the beginning of the last year, let's say when I was in 10th grade, I had friends, don't get me wrong, but like I was only known in like my grade. I think normal stuff. But because I started being more outgoing, talking to more people, and also starting my two like TikTok channels and getting like followers and views with that, and it, I think that made me a lot more popular than I think I am. I don't think I'm popular in the sense people are thinking about me. Obviously not. It's not as if people are thinking about me in their free time. No, but because I do have those TikTok channels with my friends, like kids from my school, like from fifth to like every grade, the whole school, kids come up to me and say, "Oh, you're the food review guy." It sounds as if we just review food. We don't. We just do memes and stuff like that. Like the joke of the channel is our name is like food and goods reviews, but like in German. But we don't review food or we don't review goods. We just we're just doing anything but doing that. Like that's the whole like joke. But yeah, just people coming up to me and like saying, "Hey, you're that guy. I like your videos." Like it sounds as if I'm popular. Again, I'm not, but uh, it made me very happy to see like just kids saying they like those videos and they like me. You know, like I like. I think it's normal as a human to like. Um, I don't know how it's like attraction. No, I don't. I think that's the wrong word. I think it's normal as a person to like when people are appreciating you. I forgot the word. There's a word that describes exactly that thing, but yeah. So yeah, with this video, in conclusion, I like to say that at the end of my videos. In conclusion, I think that. Oh yeah, wait. In conclusion, I think that my this school year has taught me a lot. You know, I've made beautiful friends. I've made beautiful friends. Um, I've gotten to know a lot more people, and I'm just overall gotten a lot more happier with having those social interactions that I had this year. And the second point of the conclusion, if you're ever feeling lonely and you don't really feel like you have anybody to talk to, then I can assure you that there will always be people, always. if it's not in your city, it will be online, you know. But there will always be people that you can make a build a relationship with, you know, and get more friends and get to know more people. That is, in my opinion, undeniable, an undeniable fact that there are always people you can be friends with. I don't think that like I don't think there are any excuses to that. Hi again. My mom just came in, and I had to. So this will be my first cut on this channel. I could have just ended the video there, but there was like little things that I wanted to say, and it was that I don't even know where I ended, but what I wanted to say, I think that the reason why I'm so optimistic and why I might seem like very jolly and like, oh, I see life so everything is good. I think the reason why I see life like that is because I really went from, bro, like I was not depressed, okay? I don't just want to throw that word around, but I really went from having like being in my room nonstop, just having I don't know how many hours on my phone, you know, screen time, like crazy amounts, over 12 hours a day. I'm not lying. Even on school days. Like going from that to like not even being on my phone much. Like it's still a lot, but like 5 hours maximum. Like more like 4 or 3 even. My average is I think 4, which is still not like a small amount, but definitely less than 12. And yeah, I think just going from having nobody really like asking me deep questions or like having deep conversations with people to having a lot of those, like a lot of those in like just a year, and also having random people liking me for the craft I do on TikTok is I think the reason why I'm so optimistic about life, and also why I think that it is maybe easy to find friends, even though it might not be, you know. For me, it worked. That doesn't mean that it's the same for everybody else. But I do think that it is at least a sign, you know, that it can work for almost everybody to get out of that loneliness and to just find the light out of life, you know, and to just be happy. Because, you know, as I said in my ladies' videos, ultimately that is the goal, to just be happy in life. So yeah, I think that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And also I do have like a sad thing to say. This might be my last video for a week because I'm going to, as I said, to a trip with my friends to Barcelona, and I'm not gonna do videos there. Like I'm gonna enjoy the time. I might make a video tomorrow if I can and then upload it in like 2 or 3 days. However, don't expect anything. But I will be back and there will be a video about the trip, I'm pretty sure. And also about like I said in the first video I wanted to talk about like my girl life. I mean, you don't know what happens in Barcelona. Something could happen, so yeah, I might just talk about that in a different video. But yeah, thank you for all commenting. I really appreciate it, and having an open ear is something I really like. So if you enjoyed it, like the video, and I hope to see you all in the next